The Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 is now about 1 month old, and I almost wore it every day and every night. And here's some things that you just have to know about it. Now, the Galaxy Watch 5 stands out in front of all of the older Samsung smartwatches, not only feature-wise, but also if you compare the specs. Now, once I got this watch, it barely lasted a day. I only got like 24 hours of battery life out of it, which really isn't a lot. And sometimes I was worried that it's not tracking my sleep, since everything below 25% was just not working, since the watch will die during the night. Now, about 1 month later, it got a lot better. So the 24 hours which I started got bumped up to about 36 hours, and I had the AOD, the always in display mode, toggled on. I did 1 GPS track workout, and I had the brightness settings on auto. So nothing special right here, and most of you will probably have the same settings. Just compared to the older Galaxy Watch 4 model, we had so many improvements. We have a way better Wi-Fi connection, we have a better built-in GPS, the accuracy in every health feature got bumped up, and we still have a better battery life. So that's probably one of the main points why I would personally upgrade from a Galaxy Watch 4 to a Galaxy Watch 5. Another thing is the built-in GPS. This one is not perfect by any means, but it's a lot better than most of the other smartwatches out there right now. Now, during the last month, I compared this watch to numerous other smartwatches like the Apple Watch 7, the Fossil, the Huawei Watch GT3 Pro, and a few more things. And I did not have any problems with it. I know I heard some other YouTubers say that it's sometimes not tracking, the accuracy is not that great, and the map was sometimes missing, but I didn't experience anything of that. On all of my tries, it worked perfect with only a few inaccuracies on the way, like GPS lines get a little wobbly when I'm surrounded by some higher buildings in the city, but over in the park, I had nothing to complain about. So big thumbs up from me right here. Now, just a few more things that I noticed about the Galaxy Watch 5. First up, it is super light. I do not feel it during the day or during some workouts, and it almost becomes part of my body. And it's super comfortable to wear. The strap that we get with it is not only good looking, but it's the softest thing that I've ever had on my wrist. Another great thing is the orientation feature. Since I'm a lefty and I like to wear my watches on the right hand, it's always sometimes a little problematic, but not with the Galaxy Watch 5. With the orientation feature, I can just switch the buttons around, which also turns the screen upside down, so I can wear it on my right wrist and on my left wrist, depending on where I want to wear it. And the last quick thing are the watch faces. Even though I only rotate between like 2 or 3 watch faces, there are hundreds of other ones that you can choose, and some of them are even animated, which are some of my favorites. It's sometimes a little funny since these animated ones, they point to the left or to the right, depending on which hand you're wearing your watch, and they point over to your notifications if you got a new message or something like that. And all of these watch faces are also customizable, so you can change the bear into another character, change the display complications, and use them even as some shortcuts. Alright, there are also some things on this watch that are not working that good. And first up, the sleep tracker. Now, it does do a good job on keeping track on how long my sleep was, but I don't think that it's doing a good job on keeping track with my sleeping cycles, since sometimes my time awake is like 1 hour or even longer, and I don't really believe that. Also, the built-in compass is not that reliable. You just have to spin the watch one time around, and sometimes the compass switches up north and south, but for most of the time it will be off like 20 to 40 degrees afterwards, and you have to close the app and reopen it to use it again. Another thing that I noticed in my testing time with this watch is that it's not running that smooth. Maybe some wrong expectations, but sometimes when I go to the tiles, when I open up some apps, go to the settings and do some fast things in a row, it sometimes takes a second, sometimes it's a little laggy, it's just not that smooth. And for a €300 smartwatch, it shouldn't do things like that. Now, as for the messages and reply options, it does work very good. I can respond with some quick reply answers, type my own messages, or send emojis. And the cool thing is that if I misspell something, which can happen since the screen and the keyboard aren't the biggest, you can easily go back a few letters by using your haptic bezel. Believe me, this one works wonders. Or if they would just slightly increase the body to screen ratio, since the big black bezel that we have all around the watch really isn't that aesthetic. And another thing that would make my life a little bit easier is if we had a third button. Since when I'm working out, if I'm in a swimming pool or if I'm just sweating, it's sometimes a little hard to navigate on your watch with your sweaty hands, and the touchscreen really doesn't do you a favor. So another extra button would be great to select things, to play and pause your workout tracks or whatever you want to do. And yeah, those are all the things that I noticed about the Galaxy Watch 5 during my last month. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.